Okay, great. Come to a comfortable seated or kneeling position on your mat. Thank you for joining me in this Wednesday evening flow stretch class. So just close your eyes and root down through your sit bones and arrive in that space where your body's sitting now, and feel where your body is connecting to the mat. Your shoulders are relaxed. Allow your abdominal muscles to relax as well. Your hips and your legs are easy. Let's take 3 deep inhales through our nose and exhale through our open mouth. And I welcome you to exhale on a big sigh, letting everything that no longer serves you today, just letting that go. Inhale, lengthening that body, and exhale. You're more than welcome to round your upper body when you exhale, dropping your head lightly down towards the mat or your lap. And inhale again. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening that spine through your neck all the way up to your crown chakra. And exhale. Growing soft, allowing the shoulders to lightly fall forward. And dip your head down towards your lap. Last long inhale. Filling those lungs and expanding your spine. No tension anywhere whatsoever. And exhale. Lightly allowing your head to drop down towards that mat. Feeling the stretch between your shoulder blades, along your spine, up your neck. And let's just sit here for 3 breaths. Soften your belly. If you want to round your lumbar spine as well, then start rounding from your tailbone. And allow those shoulders to drop even further down, closer to your lap. Allow gravity to pull your head down towards the floor. Lightly tuck your chin towards your chest, extending that stretch along your neck. On the next inhale, slowly start straightening your spine from your tailbone up your lumbar, opening that chest, squaring your shoulders, and raising your head up. And take your hands and place them on your belly, just so that you can feel your belly rising on your exhale and moving back towards your spine on your exhale. We're going to inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 6. If that is too long, please breathe in your natural breathing rhythm, not that you get dizzy. We're going to inhale, expanding that belly like a balloon for 4, 3, 2, 1. Your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are loosely alongside your body. And exhale, pulling your belly button back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling that belly button flush against your spine. Last time, inhale into your belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And feel the expansion all the way up to the bottom ribs. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, take your hands and place your palms lightly against your rib cage. So when we pull the breath up into our rib cage, we'll feel those ribs moving apart, growing in the width. So we inhale into the belly. 4, 3, expanding that belly, and then pull that breath all the way up into your rib cage. Your shoulders are relaxed. 2, 1, sitting up a tad bit taller, and exhale, contract those ribs. 5, 4, 3, belly button back. 2, and 1. And again, inhale into your belly. 4, 3, pull that breath up into your rib cage. 2, 1. And exhale, curling those ribs in. 5, 4, 3, belly button back. 2, 1. And again, inhale into your belly. 4, 3, into the rib cage. 2, 1. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, belly button back. 3, 2, 1. Take your fingertips lightly, touch them against your collarbone, and we're going to breathe into our belly. 4, 3, pull it up into your rib cage. 2, and then pull that breath all the way up to your collarbone, sitting up a tad bit taller, relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. And exhale. 6, 5, curl your ribs in. 4, 3, belly button back. 2, and 1. Again, inhale into the belly. 4, 3, expand your rib cage. 2, and pull that breath all the way up to your collarbones. And then exhale, collarbone. 6, 5, curl your ribs in. 4, 3, belly button back. 2, and 1. Last inhale. 4, 3, into the ribs. 2, all the way up to your collarbone. And exhale, collarbone. 6, 5, curl your ribs in. 4, pull your belly button back. 2, and 1. Place your hands left and right of your thighs and just sit with that feeling for 3 breaths, just to see what's going on in my body, what's going on in the head. Hopefully your body is calm and your mind as well. Monkey chatter has left. Tension has left. Focusing on the breathing, and especially when you count, disables any thoughts from coming in and interrupting. On your next inhale, take your hands in front of your heart center in Anjalina Mudra, lightly touching your sternum with your thumbs, and just bow your forehead down towards your fingertips and think of a wish, dedication, or affirmation to lead you through the class and the rest of the day. And then repeat it to yourself 3 times. And then interlace your fingers and place the top of your hands under your chin. Your arms are parallel to the mat. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. We're going to inhale, we're going to bend back slightly, just getting a tad bit of a back bend in the neck, Be mindful with your spine, small movements. And then exhale, coming back to level again. If you want to open through your, inhale through your open mouth, more than welcome. Inhale again. Opening your mouth gives you a bit of a bigger range of motion, and exhale. And last time, offer your heart center up towards the ceiling. Keep your core a bit tight so that you don't fall into a hollow back, and exhale, come on down. Keep your fingers interlaced. Inhale, reach them up, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Your gaze follows your hands, and you'll feel that stretch from your hip bones all along your rib cage into the armpits and along your arms. Grow tall. Release your hips and your thighs, and exhale, come on down, turning your hands so the palms are facing forward. Tuck your chin down towards your chest, feeling the stretch across your hands, along your arms, maybe across your chest, and definitely along your neck. Inhale again, reach those arms up, palms pushing up towards the ceiling, grow long. You might even feel it along your sternum, all the way up to the collarbone, depending on what kind of work you do during the day. Exhale, come on down, and turning those palms down again, palms facing up. Gaze goes down towards your hands. If you want to get some stretching across your palms, just pull on those fingers so you'll get a stretch in your joints across your hands and your wrists. Inhale one more time, go up. Palms facing the ceiling. Now take those arms behind your ears, opening that chest up. You can either look up or take your gaze down towards the mat. Keep your core tight to keep the lower back stable. You'll feel the stretch along your arms and all the way into your armpits and down your rib cage. And exhale. Let's go down one more time, pulling on those wrists gently, palms are facing up. If you want to curl the eye of the elbow forward away from your body, opening the bicep and the anterior deltoids, do so. On the next inhale, come back, let go of your fingers, wriggle the fingers, and rotate those wrists in both directions. Take those arms out on your next inhale, reaching those fingertips to either side of your room or to the ends of your mat. Your fingers are splayed, your shoulders are relaxed away from your shoulders, and you can feel that stretch across the palms of your hands, along your lower arms, elbows, maybe all the way up into your shoulders, maybe even in that fleshy bit between your shoulder blades. Exhale, wrap your arms around yourself, grab your shoulders or shoulder blades in a hug, and pull those shoulders away from your ears. Drop your chin down towards your chest, stretching the space in between your shoulder blades and maybe along your neck. On the next inhale, let's go out one more time, reaching those fingertips out to the side of the wall. And then take those arms behind your body, opening that chest. Keep them parallel to the ground, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. You'll feel the opening of your chest. Keep the core slightly tight so that you don't fall into a hollow back. And then exhale, different arm at the top now. Grab your shoulders or shoulder blades in a hug. Pull the shoulders away from your ears and pull your chin down towards your chest. Long exhale. Keep checking in whether a move or an asana actually works for you today. If not, go into child's pose and give your body the necessary or required break. Very good. Take your arms out horizontal again. Palms are facing down. Now tuck your thumb down towards the palm of your hand and then curl your fingers around the thumb, making a fist. Now I'd like you to really strengthen those arms, or keep them nice and strong. They're not there like hanging like cooked spaghetti. Strong arms, strong fists, make a strong face. Now pull those fists down towards the ground. Knuckles are going down towards the mat. Keep the arms parallel to the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Smile is on your face, and keep pulling, and you'll feel the stretch across or along the upper part of your lower arm from your wrist all the way up to your elbow. Keep holding it, keep pulling down, stretching those muscles. If you work at a keyboard, this is extremely beneficial. And keep breathing. The minute something becomes uncomfortable, we tend to stop breathing. Don't stop breathing. I can't be next to you fast enough. Inhale, take those fists up again, uncurl the fists, and gently move those hands closer to your body again, wriggling those fingers, rotating the wrists in both directions. Very good. Let's come on into tabletop, making sure that the knees are hip distance apart. The knees are nicely located under your hips. Your fingers are splayed, giving you more surface area to carry your body weight, and your wrists are under your shoulders. Take the time to actually check whether the alignment is right. If you're not sure where your shoulders are, or whether your hands are shoulder width apart, hopefully you know where your shoulders are, just come down onto the mat with your elbows, grab or hug your elbows with the palm of your hand, and then take your hands out straight ahead, and that is shoulder width apart. So most probably between your thumbs, you've got like 2 to 3 centimeters gap. Okay, now let's tuck those toes under, tighten that core on the next inhale and push those knees off the mat, rounding your upper back slightly, pulling the shoulders away from your ears, gaze down to a spot in between your index fingers, and then check where your knees are. And try to move them down so that they're hovering just above the mat. You'll feel your obliques kicking in and your core's working beautifully. You're strengthening your shoulder girdle and you're stretching your feet all the way across the toes and the soles of your feet. Pull those heels away from your body. Feel that stretch just along the soles of your feet. Keep breathing just a bit more. Press firmly into those 10 fingers. Palm of your hand is slightly raised from the mat. There's no strain in your wrists. Exhale, take your knees down. Come into child's pose. Drop your belly down to your lap, walking your fingers away from your body, feeling the stretch from your armpits along your arms, and then drop your forehead down to the mat. Allow those sit bones to rest on your heels. Allow the belly to rest on your thighs. And inhale, walk your fingers away from your head, feeling that stretch from your shoulders along your arms to your fingertips. And on the exhale, allow the shoulders to relax back into their natural position, making sure your lower back is nice and heavy. Your chest is pressing down towards your knees. And you'll feel an easing and an expansion in your lower back. The next inhale, walk your fingers away again. Feel the pull in the shoulders and the arms, maybe all the way down your spine to your tailbone. And then exhale. Allow those hands to slide towards you on the mat. Allow gravity to push your entire body down towards your thighs, closer to the mat. I'm going to stay in child's pose, and the next inhale, look forward towards your hands and walk over towards the left. You can drop your head down to the mat again if that feels more comfortable. And with stretched and elongated arms, you're going to walk over towards your left. Your right arm will feel that stretch, especially across your ribs or along your rib cage. Try to keep both sit bones nicely in connection with your heels. And keep those hands walking away from your head and over to the left. On the inhale, we lengthen. On the exhale, we walk over to the left, stretching that right side from our fingertips all the way down to the right hip bone. Still allow your abdomen to rest on your thighs. On the next inhale, let's slowly walk to the center again. Exhale, relax in the middle. And then inhale, stretch your arms and walk over to the right with your hands. Try to keep those hands equidistant apart. And you'll feel the stretch on the left side of your body, especially in your rib cage. Again, keep those sit bones nicely connected to your heels. Inhale, we lengthen the arm. Exhale, we walk further to the right side of our body. Be mindful of your body and enjoy that stretch. The sides. And the next inhale, come on back into center. Look towards your hands and come up into tabletop again. Adjust the stance. Take your hands under your shoulders again. Curl your toes under. And on the next inhale, tighten that core. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Round the upper back slightly and push those knees away from the mat again. Allow them to hover above the mat. Pull your heels back towards the back wall. And then stretch that left leg out of the left hip. Closing the left hip by pointing your left big toe towards your right ankle or heel. Lower your right knee down so it's just hovering above the mat. Inhale, take that left knee in, and exhale, stretch the right leg out. Same thing here. Foot is flexed, big right toe is pointing towards the left heel or ankle, closing that right hip, and hover that left knee just above the mat. Make sure your shoulders are pulled away from your ears, and you keep breathing. On the next inhale, take that right foot in, take the knees out to the edge of the mat, and come into wide knee child's pose. Walking your hands away, allowing your lower abdomen and your chest and chin or cheek to drop down onto that mat. Open the lower part of your lumbar area. Allow your hips to open. And just rest your arms on the mat. And take 3 deep breaths here. Make sure that your exhales are much longer than your inhales. Sinking down towards the mat on your exhale. Allowing your body to grow softer. Last inhale. And long exhale. On the next inhale, look towards your hands. Take your knees under your hips again. Curl your toes under. And let's come up into our first downward facing dog. Walk that dog around the park, taking your ankles and knees and hips along, stretching that backside of your body, your hamstrings, the soles of your feet. And keep walking. While you're walking, look forward towards your hands. They're shoulder width apart. The fingers are splayed. Your upper arms are rotated out, broadening those shoulders. Shoulder blades are pulling down towards your tailbone. Your tailbone and sit bones want to go get a glimpse of that ceiling. Lengthening from your tailbone all the way up to your fingertips. Chest wanders down towards your thighs. Keep walking those feet, pedaling the ankles. Your feet are hip distance apart, and now we're going to find some stillness in this downward facing dog. You should feel a nice stretch from your heels, up your ankles, along the hamstrings, up to your pelvis. If your legs can stretch, don't worry about it. Bend them. And move your chest and abdomen closer towards your thighs. Your neck is easy. Give it a shake and a nod. Hanging in there, enjoying the stretch from the fingertips all the way down to your heels. For those of you who have your heels on the floor, pull your kneecaps up into your quads to tighten those muscles and lift the toes off the ground. Drop your chest even further towards your thighs. Sit bones go up towards the ceiling. Feel that nice stretch in your shins and calves as well. And drop those toes down towards the mat again. Lift those feet up to the toes, extending that dog. Press that chest even closer towards your thighs. Toes and soles of your feet are being stretched. Drop the heels down. Inhale, look forward towards your hands, and we're going to come forward into a plank. Slowly. Make sure your shoulders are above your wrists. Your legs are nice and tight, your core is tight, your upper back is slightly rounded. Your heels are pulling back towards the wall behind you, away from your body. Exhale. Use your core to pull back into downward facing dog. Look towards your thighs or your belly button, easing any tension in your neck. Inhale, come forward again. And flow with your breath, pulling shoulders away from your ears, gaze down towards the mat. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, come forward into plank again. And exhale, move back into downward facing dog. And two more. Inhale, come forward. Enjoy that flow movement. Imagine you're a wave. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last inhale, come forward into plank. Take your right hand under center line, open up to side plank on the left side. If it's too much to be in side plank, drop your right knee down to the mat. Resting on your knee, left hand pulls up towards the ceiling, right hand rooted down to the ground. Else, keep your feet parallel or stacked, pushing your right hip far away from the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back into center, into plank. Inhale, take your left hand under center line, open into side plank on the right side. Right hand pulls up towards the ceiling. Make sure your left hip is pushing away from the mat. Your left wrist is directly under your left shoulder. If it's too much here as well, place your left knee down onto the mat, firmly pressing the right foot into the ground. Else, keep your feet parallel or stacked. Inhale, reach up with your right hand. Exhale, come back into center, into plank, and push back into downward facing dog, taking the dog for a walk. And work through the alignment. Your fingers are splayed, your upper arms are rotated out. Your shoulder blades are pulling down towards your sit bones glimpsing up towards the ceiling. And your feet are hip distance apart. Legs are either bent or straight, depending on how far you can go today. Your quads are engaged and your neck is easy. Give it a shake and a nod. Gazing down to your belly button. Inhale, look forward, and let's walk towards our hands and come into half lift, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Your weight is evenly distributed across the soles of both feet. Your hands are on your thighs and you're gazing down towards the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Allow gravity to pull your shoulders and head down towards the mat. And either grab your elbows and sway gently from side to side, or just allow those hands to rest left and right of your feet. And I'd like you to travel into the soles of your feet with your attention to see whether your heels, your toes, the outer edges of your feet and the inner arches of your feet all carry the same weight. Connect your soles to the mat. On the next inhale, slightly bend your knees and come all the way up into a standing position. Your fingertips reach all the way up towards the ceiling, taking your shoulders along, pulling your shoulders up towards your ears. And I'll turn towards the camera. Everything from your belly button downwards is nice and tight. So your quads are engaged, your belly button is tight, your fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling, and your biceps are squeezing your ears. We're going to exhale, we're going to move over to the right. Let's start with small movements. You'll feel that stretch from your left hip along your left obliques and your ribs all the way along your arm. And inhale, come back. Exhale, take your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reach those shoulders up to the ears. Fingertips reach to the ceiling. And exhale, we're going to move over to the left. Keep your hips stable. Keep your shoulders back so that your chest is open. Your right arm, in this case, will be the leading appendage. Inhale, come back. Exhale, relax the shoulders from your ears. Inhale one more time up. Exhale over to the right, keeping your chest open. Drop your left shoulder back. Left arm is the leading appendage. Maybe you can bend a bit further this time. Inhale, come back, relax shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms up, shoulders up too. Exhale, move over to the left. The right arm is the leading roll now. Inhale, come back. And exhale, your shoulders away from your ears, hands come in front of your heart in Anjalina Mudra. Let's step to the front of our mat. Let's flow through 3 times. We're going to start off, big toes either touching or your feet parallel. However you feel most comfortable, your legs are engaged, your pelvis is slightly tilted under, your core is engaged. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, swan dive forward. Nice weight distribution across both feet. Inhale, half lift. Shoulders away from your ears, gaze goes straight down. Exhale into plank with your left foot. And then come all the way down, chaturanga. Your elbows are hugging your ribs. Inhale, rotate your shoulders back. Come into upward facing dog or cobra. Open your heart and throat up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, use your core to pull yourself back into downward facing dog. Stretch the entire back side of your body. Inhale, look forward, hop or step towards your hands and come straight into half lift. Shoulders away from your ears, gaze down. Exhale, forward fold. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings and all the way across your glutes and down your back. Inhale, take your hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands in front of your heart center. Again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Allow your breath to lead your movement. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with your right foot into plank. Hold it strong. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows close. Inhale, rotate your shoulders backwards. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, pull yourself back into downward facing dog. Pressing firmly into the hand, heels going down towards or into the mat. Stretch that backside and your sit bones gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, look forward, hop or step towards your hands into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up. Reaching those fingertips up towards the ceiling and hands in front of your heart center. Last time, inhale, reach up, grow long. Exhale, swan down. Swan dive down, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back with your right foot into plank. If you want to hop into plank, please do so. Be mindful. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows close. Inhale, rotate your shoulders back. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. Pull yourself into downward facing dog. Stretching from your fingertips all the way down to your heels. Make sure your legs are engaged. You're gazing to your thighs or belly button. Your neck is easy. Inhale, look forward, hopper step towards your hands. Come into half lift. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Hands come in front of your heart center. Open up into goddess pose. Let's stretch those inner thighs a bit. Try to get a 90-degree angle in between your calves and your inner thighs. Make sure that you are completely comfortable on your feet. Your knees are pressing out. Your tailbone goes straight down. We're not having any of this tailbone going out or pelvis going forward. Just nicely down like an elevator, straight down. Your core is tight. You'll feel a stretch in your inner thighs, and the outer thighs are going to work really hard. Your glutes are working. Take your arms up into cactus. Sure you get a 90-degree angle between your lower arms and upper arms. They're also in one line with your chest. Your fingers are splayed. Everything is nice and taut, and we're going to smile. We inhale, we lengthen. We exhale, we go down a bit. Keep that core nice and tight. We inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we sit down a bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit down a bit more. And then we're going to hold here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to twist towards the right side. Keep the upper body in the same formation. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm is pulling back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Keep holding those thighs. I know it burns. It's good for you. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And drop your hands down onto your thighs and release a bit of that pressure by pushing into the fleshy bit just above your knees. And then drop your left shoulder down towards the mat and gaze up towards the left shoulder, stretching the inner thigh on the right leg and your rib cage. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder down towards the mat and gaze up towards the ceiling. Feeling the stretch on the inner thigh in your left leg. Inhale, come back and walk your feet slowly towards each other. We're going to come into Malasana. If you cannot sit your heels on the ground, double up your mat or put a book under your heels so that you can actually allow your hips to fall or travel down towards the mat. I'm going to press the upper arms against the inside of our knees. Palms are placed against each other, and we're going to exert some pressure from our upper arms against those knees. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, or rather hunch up nice and tall. Imagine your tailbone is in one line, going straight down into the ground like an arrow. And your upper body is straight. Your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. If you don't feel any pressure being exerted into your knees, press the palms of your hands away from each other. So you're only pressing the fingertips towards each other. And if you want to, you can drop your head down towards your fingertips or gaze straight ahead. Feeling that nice stretch in your lower abdominals. Relax your core muscles so that you can open that lumbar area of your spine. And feel the connection of the soles of your feet and the toes and the heels with the mat. Feel the strength and the grounding you get through that connection. Feel the stretch across your shoulder girdle. All the way down your spine. On the next inhale, slowly relax that pressure and take your hands behind your body and come to a seated position on your mat. Cross your knees and gently sway them from side to side, just to close those hip joints. Cross your legs the other way around. And let's come to sitting on our mat. I'm going to do boat pose just because it is so beautiful and we need to do something for our core today. We'll do 3 rounds. It doesn't matter where your legs are. If your legs are smack bang in front of your nose, good for you. If you want to keep them bent, if you need to hold your thighs, all good. It has to work for you today. So find that angle between your upper body and lower body where the psoas doesn't have to work. You only feel the scrunching working movement in your core. Open your chest, relax your shoulders away from your ears, and extend those arms and fingertips away from your body. Plant a smile on your face because this is wonderful. And we're going to sit here feeling the core fire up, working its magic for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles and raise your pelvis off the ground quickly. Lower your glutes down again. Let's come straight back into boat pose. Maybe you want to stretch one leg now. Point those toes and reach those hands away from your body, opening your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles the other way around. Raise your pelvis quickly, drop it down again. Last round. Maybe you want to stretch both legs, point those toes, engage your core, open the chest, and extend the arms. And smile. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, lift the pelvis, and sit down. And come into butterfly pose just to alleviate any possible tension that we generated in our hip flexors. Take those feet as close to your pelvis as you can. You're rooted down through your sit bones, and you're going to hold on to those feet. Your upper arms and elbows are going to press against your ribs, opening that chest. And now we're going to pull our upper body forward from your sternum. Imagine somebody's pulling you forward. The lower back and upper back are straight. And you'll feel that stretch. Your inner thighs, maybe in your hips. Keep breathing, keep pulling, keep moving forward with a straight back. Imagine your sternum wants to go lie down on your mat with a flat back. That's the motion or movement we want to achieve. And gaze down towards the mat. Your neck is in no or under no strain at all. It'll open the lumbar area of your back. Release your core muscles. And inhale, slowly come on back. And then move your feet away from your body, still in butterfly pose. And just allow those wings of the butterflies to flap up and down. Place your hands on your ankles or on the mat, wherever they want to rest right now. Your upper back and your upper body is completely relaxed. And then bring these wings to peace. Inhale. And then start rounding your back from your tailbone, your lumbar, and then your chest, and then move forward and gaze towards that nice groove that the arches of your feet are forming, and you're aiming to dip either your forehead, the top of your head, or your nose into that groove. If you can't move down there, just stay there. If you move 1 centimeter, that's fine. If you move 5 centimeters, that's also fine. It's all about you finding what is right for you today. Allow gravity to do its job, assisting in your shoulders and head and neck to move down towards that little groove or resting space in between the arches of your feet. And we're going to stay here for 5 long breaths. I'd like you to really be able to lie into this pose, relaxing your core muscles, allowing your lumbar spine muscles just to lengthen and soften, or rather soften first, and then they will lengthen. And the longer we would be in a pose like this, you will feel your hips open, your lower back softening, and the entire body just relinquishing into this move. Please don't pull on your feet or your ankles. Just allow gravity to assist you. And when you've reached the maximum bend that you can reach today, I'd like you to travel through your body from the tip of your toes all the way up to the tip of your fingers to see whether there's tension anywhere in your body. If you encounter any, acknowledge it on the inhale and let it go on the exhale. Take another 3 deep breaths here. And 2. And last inhale. And make it a nice long exhale. On the next inhale, slowly lift your head from where it was and use your hands to slowly come back to a seated position where you're rooting firmly into the ground with your sit bones, and then start straightening your spine from your tailbone up into your lumbar, your chest, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening that neck, and look forward. Use your hands to take your knees together, stretch those legs, cross your ankles, and just sway from side to side to close your hip joints. Let's come to lie on our mat. We'll do 3 bridge poses, but first lie on your back and just gently hug both knees towards your chest. If you'd like to draw circles with your knees, then do so in both directions. Lengthen your neck on or above the mat by pulling your chin down towards your chest. And then just keep your left knee hugged towards your chest. Stretch your right leg out. Toes are pointed of both feet, and grow out of your right hip. That will feel like a beautiful stretch already along your psoas in the right side. Pressing your lumbar spine down towards the mat. Squaring your shoulders on shoulder blades down towards the mat, chin goes towards the chest. Gently pull that left knee towards your chest. On the next inhale, swap sides, hugging your right knee towards your chest, stretching your left leg out from your hip. Grow long on that left side and pushing your lumbar spine down towards the mat, slightly tilting your pelvis upward so your pubic bone is facing your nose. Inhale, pull that right knee towards your chest, and exhale, sink down towards that mat with your lumbar. The next inhale, come on back. Place your feet about hip distance apart. Your big toes are facing each other. Your fingertips can touch your heels. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to just lightly tilt that pelvis upwards, and that will already give you a nice stretch along your psoas or your hip flexors. Firmly ground the soles of your feet into the ground. You've got a balloon in between your knees. Squeeze it. Don't allow it to escape. You've got an apricot in between your chin and your chest. Don't let it roll away. Inhale, come on up a bit higher, about mid-back. Firmly pressing the palms of your hands into that mat, your soles as well, and your shoulder blades. Exhale, come on down. Slowly be mindful of your spine. The next inhale, come all the way up. Roll your upper arms under your body, your shoulders as well. Interlace your fingers and firmly press the outside of your hands and your arms into the mat. Don't look left or right anymore once you do an asana with weight on your neck. And breathe deeply into your belly. Be mindful of your entire body. Don't forget about the balloon and the apricot. Opening the pelvis, the lower abdomen, and the chest up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, unhinge your fingers and lower your back down towards the mat. Hugging your knees towards your chest again and gently sway from side to side. And then stretch those legs and arms up towards the ceiling. Come into bear pose. Ankles and wrists are flexed. Big toes, or all the toes, are pulling down towards your chest. Your fingers are splayed. Everything is nice and taut, including the smile on your face. Your core is the only muscle that's allowed to relax. Now your shoulder blades are firmly pressing into the mat. And we're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it all out. Shake your wrists, your knees, your toes, your ankles, your elbows, your earlobes, whatever wants to be shaken, shake it out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently lower your arms and legs down onto the floor. Placing your shoulder blades flush to the mat, turn your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Allow your ankles to drop left and right. And allow your breathing to find its natural rhythm. And draw a lying figure 8 with the tip of your nose up on that ceiling. You can make that figure 8 as big as you want. And change directions. Just keep our neck nice and healthy. And then come to rest in the center. Gently tugging your chin down towards your chest so that your neck is nicely elongated. And allow your body to relax into Shavasana. Your feet and your ankles relax. Your shins, your knees, relax. Your thighs, your hips, relax. your belly, your chest. Relax. Your shoulders, your arms. Relax. Your wrists, the palm of your hands, your fingers. Relax. Your neck, the back of your head. Relax. Your forehead, your eyebrows, the space between your eyebrows. Relax. The tip of your nose, your lips, your tongue. Relax. Your lower jaw, your chin. Relax. Your cheeks, your ears. Relax. Allow your entire backside of your body to grow heavy and relax into the mat. Allow the entire front side of your body to grow heavy and flow into the mat. With your next inhale, bring your attention and awareness back into the here and now. Wriggling your toes and fingers. If you want to rotate your wrists and ankles, do so in both directions. The next inhale, reach your fingertips above your head and give your body a nice stretch from your toes all the way down or up towards your fingertips, lengthening that body. And then slowly hug one knee after the other towards your chest. Gently sway from side to side, activating Ida and Pingala, the nadis left and right of your spine. And then roll over and find yourself in embryo pose, gently moving your forehead down towards your knees into a small protected bundle. And then with your next inhale, come back up to a seated position. Keep your eyes nice and closed. Root down through your sit bones. Your hands come to rest either in your lap or on your knees, palms facing up or down onto your knees if you need to be grounded. Find that easy seat with relaxed hips, thighs, shoulders, and forehead. And scan that body for any dis-ease or discomfort. If you encounter any, acknowledge it on your inhale and let it go on your exhale. Take your hands to your heart center, to Anjalina Mudra, thumbs lightly touching your sternum. Lower your forehead down to your fingertips and recall that mantra, affirmation, or dedication from beginning of the class. And repeat it 3 times to yourself. And then move those thumbs up to your forehead. Love is in your thoughts. Take them down to your lips. Love is in your words. And then down to your heart center where love resides. And allow that feeling to spread throughout your physical and emotional body, past your boundaries, and all the way out as far as it can reach, and touch as many people as you wish to today. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining my class. I wish you a beautiful evening.